Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
Before I introduce my first guest, I'm going to do something I rarely do. Talk a little bit about local news, what's going on. It's been raining consistently, persistently, and we've had lots of wind. Most of you would have found out by now that there was a landslide on the road to Ronda, just past San Pedro where the bridge is, and it's going to take weeks to sort out. They can't even start work until the land is dry, and yet the forecast is still rain, rain, rain. As of Monday, and as a precaution only, the town hall have closed access to the public parks because it's windy and it's raining and things are falling all over the place. So please do take extra care, take extra time when you're driving, think of yourself, be safe, and that's it, just be safe. And now I'm delighted to welcome my first guest today. It's our CIT Guest of the Week. As you know, CIT Marbella is a business networking association, a very important one, very prominent in our community. And this guest is a lovely young lady. I've never met her before, and she's never been on television before. Ava of Zen Archi. Ava, depends if you're saying it in English or French-Italian.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, what a lovely cosmopolitan person. So you're French-Italian origins.
Exactly.
But you are now here in Spain.
Exactly.
So like, you're really mixing it up. How long have you been here, Ava?
I've been here for 5 years now in Spain. First of all, I started when I was in Barcelona, but just a few months. And then I came down to Marbella, where I find my place, let's say.
Was it your first visit to Barcelona?
It wasn't, no, because I visited Spain over the past years. So, but first I was in Switzerland, living in Switzerland, and working as an architect there. So
I mean, I'm just thinking Barcelona, Gaudí, architect.
Yeah.
I mean, the architecture in Barcelona is punta aparte. It's something else.
Exactly.
I mean, it really is. It's just like a walking feast for the eyes of different shapes, and I mean, it really is the colours.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing for someone like me. Yeah. This is a city where you have to live for a few months and maybe a few years, but then I wanted to go more in the south, so that's why I decided to take place in Marbella and
Why not? There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on. We have good weather. We have good people, and you can speak and practice all your languages. How many languages you speak? English, French, Spanish, Italian?
Yeah, 4 languages.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is you get to appreciate the culture, don't you? When you speak the language, you can like join in with the local fun of every country that you're in.
That's true. And you can, as always, use my languages to learn more about the culture. So that's pretty helpful for me.
Did you always want to be an architect, or did you fall into the profession?
No, I mean, I have a grandfather, Swiss grandfather architect. So I would say that I grew up with him, and since I was like maybe 10 years old, I was with him on construction sites. So I guess it was my destiny, I don't know.
Yeah, you've got a knowledge that just innate. It's just part of your growing up. And I imagine also being in the different countries, because Switzerland, Italy, Spain, I imagine you've travelled quite a lot.
I lived in 6 different countries over the past 15 years.
What a perfect experience, no? Because the architecture is so different in each country.
Exactly. I think when we do a creative profession, work, let's say, we need to, go and visit the world and find, inspiration over the place you lived in. So I guess it's pretty useful.
It must be, I imagine, a lot of different things to take into consideration. Down here in the south, in the sense of it can be really cold if it's not prepared, but then if it's prepared the wrong way, you can boil in the summer. Getting it right for each country, for the temperature, the light, the climate, the customs, whether people visit, like have a lot of guests and family over, which is very much in the Latin countries.
That's true.
Which is quite different, I suppose, into the more Nordic countries. So it must be very interesting, all the different nuances.
It is. And I mean, I born in the south of France and live in between Italy and France. So I'm from the south. But it's true that, so I guess I grew up with the Latin culture. But when I was in Switzerland, for example, after a few years, I was like, I need to go back in the south.
But at least you know now how they are, how to deal with them, how to design for them.
That's true.
You know, they're little, but that's very important, isn't it?
It is.
Because the cultures make a big difference.
Yeah.
Of what you're used to. I remember back in Marbella years ago, we didn't have air conditioning. You have marble floors, you have the shutters, and it was only the international tourist buying homes that then demanded air conditioning and the different things that then changed. So it's curious to see how the tourism actually affects
That's true.
the local design.
And I guess, for how long have you been in Marbella, for example?
I came for the first time when I was a baby in 65, and I moved here in 1980.
My God.
I've been here a long time. I've seen a lot of changes.
And for me, just in 5 years, I saw a lot of difference. Really, changes.
Well, one of the things I think, before we go into the changes that you've seen, when we did one of our United Nationalities of Marbella summits, I think it was 2014, so we're talking 9 years ago. No, yes, 11 years ago. So 11 years ago, we asked the local community what their priorities were for the community. So they didn't like the controls with the pinchos for the police, the machine guns. And there was things for access, for mobility. But on the bottom of the interest was the environment and sustainability. And now that's number one. And I know for you, that's a big thing in your design, is taking into consideration the sustainability, being environmentally friendly. So do you manage to do this no matter which country or which factor?
It's a big challenge for me since few years now, and that's why I was talking about the changes I saw over the past 5 years. Is that when I arrived for the first time, really I was living here in 2020, something like that. When I was talking only about solar panel, people was asking me, what is that? I was coming from Switzerland, so, or I would say northern country of Europe. So for them, it was something usual. But in Spain, especially in the south of Spain, it was like something, no.
Yes, it's a novelty that we're looking at. We're thinking about it.
We'll think about it.
We're still thinking about it.
But now it's a little bit different. But it's true that over the past years, it's been a challenge for me to try to, educate people, saying it's not because we are living in the one place that we don't have to think about it. And sustainability in architecture and design is not about saving energy or using eco-friendly material. It's about also create spaces that enhance well-being.
And then also retain heat. There's a lot of factors to making it beneficial just in general. Not talking necessarily the money savings, as you're saying.
Correct.
But just so you have a better lifestyle, the right amount of light, the right surroundings, the right energies, and it's all of it, isn't it?
That's true. And I'm over the years, I've worked in many projects for private homes, but also for in the hospitality industry. So resort, sustainable and resort and hotel. And it works also for hotels and resorts, even more, because most of the hotel owners doesn't understand sometimes that we can really save a lot of money thanks to sustainability design of the hotel or the resort.
What are the main things that you would take into consideration for a hotel for them to make those savings and get the benefit of an architect who is sustainably and environmentally minded?
Yeah, I mean, it depends which kind of product, because if we're talking about a brand new construction, it's different. If we're talking about, for example, in Marbella, we have a lot of hotels, so some of them want just a new renovation. So I will act in a different way, of course. But I mean, if we're talking about a brand new construction, it's even better, because we will use the orientation, for example, of the building is really important. The way we're going to distribute each space to enhance the well-being inside the building. And of course the materials, of course, and also the water management. There's a lot of things we can do. And if it's for the renovation, of course it will be a little bit different.
But it's nice that you're obviously well-versed and experienced in lots of different projects. What's your favourite project you've been able to work on? The one you're most proud of?
Yeah, I mean...
I imagine you're proud of all of them.
No, yeah,
when you finish a work of art,
of course,
it's a work of art.
Of course, but it's true also that, for example, maybe when I finished one of my projects 10 years ago, I was really proud of it 10 years ago. But then over the years, I learned even more. I had more experience, more skills. So in the end, each project is
exactly.
something.
Each one is a exactly. They're not comparable, are they?
Exactly. It's an experience for each project. But the last one, because now that I have the skills in sustainability, design, architecture, and the experience, is the one that I've done last year in Greece. It's a sustainable resort. And it's totally integrated into the landscape, because, you know, in Greece, all the landscape are like that. So it's pretty
very
cool.
special.
It's really special, yeah.
Well, you were a very special person. Delighted that you're having great success in Marbella, but still maintaining all your projects in your different countries. And really nice to meet you. CIT Marbella, thank you very much for sending along.
It was a pleasure.
Ava. And any last things you would like to say to our viewers? To contact you? What should we do?
I mean, anyone would be interesting only just to know more about what is exactly the sustainability, because most people think that it's just about saving it. It's a little bit more. It's a well-being. So I'm specialized in that.
I love it that you specialize in that, because I think it's nice that you could do everything, but that you have your niche.
I have I'm doing something different. I'm proposing something different, and I have my skill about that. So yeah.
Oh, lovely to meet you.
It was a pleasure.
Enchantée, encantada, delighted to meet you, and molto bene.
E molto piacere.
Molto piacere, grazie.
Hey, hey.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chive.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Gusto e Fantasía.
ZeroHero, welcome to LaLaLa! Yay!
Ali Meehan, founder and president of Costa Women and very dear friend, has just celebrated the 12th Make It Happen Costa Women International Women's Day event. This year it was in Mijas, which was a nice change, and it was fabulous, better than ever. The auditorium was ample, very comfortable, the speakers fascinating, the Nerja coffee delicious, as was the catering. I learned a lot. I met a very nice bunch of women, and again, congratulations, Ali, for such an amazing day. I just recorded a little bit to give you the idea of what's going on, so next time you won't miss it if you weren't there this year. Good morning. Congratulations.
Good morning. Good morning, Spain.
Good morning. Good morning, Mario. How lovely to see you again.
Good morning.
It's a very exciting event here, International Women's Day with Costa Women, once again. But today we're at the Theo, which is a very enormous center here in Mijas. Quite impressive.
This center was built in 2004, that's when it was opened, and was a very good agreement between Mijas Town Hall and the regional government, Junta Andalucía, and it is split in several areas. First, there is a hotel, there is a school, there is a residence for the students, and a training center and conference room, which is what we are occupying today with Costa Women. The idea was that the students could learn, sleep and practice here in the same place without having to move anywhere else. And it was a real success, as I said, between 2004 and 2014. Fortunately, at the end of 2015, it closed because the contract with the company that was running this area finished after 10 years, and it has been not working properly since. It was closed for many years. Now it is starting to recover the rhythm that it had before, but it is still far from there. The restaurant and the hotel remain closed. And one of our targets for this year, 2025, is to make it happen, as the motto today of the conference. We want this to come back to life, complete life. So we want the bar, the restaurants, the hotel, the training center, the conference room, everything should be back to standards. Because there is a lot of money invested by the taxpayers, and we need to squeeze them to get all that fruit. And that is our target as a government team in Mijas Town Hall.
Well, you're off to an amazing good start. You brought here the Costa Women Ensemble, hundreds of women running around, and it's going to be an exciting day, and it's lovely that you're here to join in.
Yes, well, in fact, I was the only man in the room, and that's why I had to leave quickly. And everything seems very well organized. They have a pretty interesting agenda. They have worked hard to prepare this event. It is not the first time they do it, you can feel it. And I'm sure they will leave the room after 6 or 7 hours of meeting better. They all had their dreams, and as they say, it is time to make them happen. And we are here to help, or at least not to disturb, just to encourage them to keep running and get whatever they are looking for.
Mario Bravo, Councillor for Mijas Town Hall. It's an honour, a pleasure, and thank you.
My pleasure, thank you very much.
Speakers, but one of them is a workshop, the first time. And they're talking about all sorts of different topics around having a business in Spain, but also life in Spain, and how you can integrate and enjoy.
They're trying to take your job away. That's what you do.
I taught them.
Okay. We'll let it run then.
And we've got some great sponsors as well that's enabled us to do this event, and of course Mijas Town Hall, without whom we wouldn't have been able to do very well. So.
No, thank you very much to Ali for bringing it over here.
Katja, lovely to see you again. you're in charge of the foreign residence department, which is very different, as we said before, from the tourist department, because you deal with the foreigners who live in Mijas.
Yeah, actually, I mean, in the beginning, about more than 40 years ago, we had as well the tourism office and the foreigners office was together. And I remember when I started as well, we still somehow worked very closely together. But then about 20 years ago, basically it was split. Why? Because we found out that there are many as well foreigners who are coming here with a lot of questions, which are not like, okay, where can I go to a restaurant, or where is the next feria, or whatever, but as well somehow problems to say, how do I do in order to apply for my residency? How do I do in order to affiliate with Social Security? So we felt the need that as well we have to have people who are basically as well informing themselves and who can advise what you do when you come as a foreigner here to Spain. And I mean, this is what most of us as well, we all arrived at one point here in Spain and we didn't know exactly, okay, how does it work? What do I have to do? So this is where we are at full disposition every day, Monday to Friday from 9 to 2 in the town hall here in LaLaLa.
It's a fabulous service, and you've been doing this for so many years. You must have seen a lot of changes in the residency here. What's it like now compared to 20 years ago?
Yeah, it is true, because I mean, when basically in the beginning we have been as well, the department was founded by Annette Sko. Many people know her. Nowadays she is dedicating her time to do arts. She's having an exposition tonight here in LaLaLa. And when we started, then we did a lot of, let's say, excursions, for example, because there haven't been a lot of travel agencies, there haven't been a lot of events for as well implicating foreigners. So we started the first international day, for example, which then further on was like Feria de los Pueblos, as well as copied by other municipalities. But then we felt, okay, with the years, right now we have so many events and concerts and everything on the coast, so we pulled back from that, and we do now much more collaborations with informative talks, with conferences, and I'm very happy as well to have that collaboration today, for example, with Ali Mehan from Costa Women. Congratulations to Ali. I always visited her in Andalusia Lab all the other years, and for the first time we have it now here in Mijas, and I think it's a very, very good event.
I do too. A perfect venue. Lovely to have you guys as hosts. Thank you very much, Mijas, and lovely to see you again, Katja.
Thank you very much,
Thank you for
Nicole.
everything you do for us foreigners.
No, and thank you as well for supporting us, because without you guys out there in the press, we couldn't basically get all the information out.
Hashtag better together.
Yes, exactly. Make it happen.
And make it happen, yes. Make it happen.
Not valuing our services, this is completely magnified when we run our own business. So I work with women to charge much more. I can probably say right now, everybody double your prices. Create processes, get the tech in place, get the structure, which is in Welsh. So he said, the happiest entrepreneurs I know aren't the richest. They're the ones who built a business that complements their lives rather than consumes it. And I love that word consume, because when you're a business owner, especially if you're a solo female business owner, quite often open our laptops when the kids, which was practice manager of a wealth management company, and I thought, yes, my mum's going to
What milk did you want? Normal milk?
Oat milk barista, honey. Thank you, my darling.
Coffee makers, phone charging place, phone charging station.
How are you?
Hello.
How you doing?
Audrey.
Hello, Irish person.
Hello, Irish person.
We're like magnetized to each other.
It's funny because the Irish really are.
You really are. I came out and I said to her, you must be Irish. You're laughing a lot.
We have a candle maker.
I'd like to be by yourself.
The candle maker and lovely Ali. Lovely to see you. Hi there.
and boundaries and stuff was always so important, but very difficult in that setting.
Should we do the three of us?
So last night, the lovely Alice was on Marbella Now. Hang on, let's do it for... So last night, the lovely Alice was on Marbella Now, and this lovely young lady who's just been speaking at Make It Happen International Women's Day saw Alice while she was zapping through the channels in the hotel.
I did, yes. And then somebody just introduced us, and there we go.
It's a small world, and it's great to
small
know that Marbella Now, one of the very few English language programs available if you're in a hotel.
Yes.
Did you like the show?
I did like it. It was really interesting, actually, to watch. Yeah, it was
Thank
great.
you very much. Nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm
to
so
meet you.
honoured that I was spotted with less than 24 hours.
She's famous.
This is where it starts.
It goes to show networking on television works.
Really works. Thank you so much, Marbella Now and Nicole.
Thank you.
Kate, really enjoyed your talk. How was it?
Thank
For
you
you,
so much.
exciting, right?
It was exciting. I'm very glad I went in the morning. Now I can relax a little bit this afternoon. But yeah, it was fabulous. It's a message talking about client boundaries and client management that I feel very passionate about as a business owner. Women generally struggle with boundary management and people pleasing and really not running the business in the way that they want to. So it's so lovely to already have people coming up to me saying how wonderful it was.
And you've come from the Valencia area.
Yeah, about an hour south of Valencia, northern Costa Blanca. So I live in Javia, just outside Javia, and I love it up there. But it was a long drive. About
And what do
6
you
hours.
do for your business?
I'm a business consultant and strategist.
Oh, so this is actually what you do. You advise people on how to
advise-
make their businesses successful.
Yeah, how to scale their business but sustainably, so putting their lifestyle first. So we talk about tech, team, operations, processes, all of that masculine stuff behind the scenes that we have to have.
Oh, wonderful. And I really liked that when you saw me, you saw me and the lovely Alice on television last night.
I did, in my hotel room. I was skipping through the channels and I just saw you and I thought, oh, I recognise that name. And you mentioned the 55 Plus magazine. I was like, hang on a minute. And yeah, it's so nice to meet you in real life.
Well, really nice that you were watching our show, and then we ended up all here together.
We did.
Making it happen.
Making it happen.
Lovely to meet you, Kate.
Lovely to meet you.
Thanks for coming down our way.
Thank you.
Linea Directa has come up with a squatter policy for just €24 a year. You don't have to have your home insurance with them. This is a completely separate matter to protect you from squatters. For more information, call 952 147834 or their website, lineadirecta.com.
ZeroHero, welcome to Bel Mare. Hey, it's a brand new...
Linea Directa appreciates just how important our pets are to us. And that's why they brought out one of the most comprehensive insurance policies on the market from just €39.90 a year. Give them a call on 952 147834 or from the website lineadirecta.com. It's lovely to see how many new businesses are opening up in our city. We hope they all are successful and they flourish, as is the case with a new florist in San Pedro called Bloom. Thanks to Giles Brown, I was invited to the official opening of this new florist right opposite G Wine. So it was wonderful. First I went and had a lovely time looking over and smelling all the lovely plants, and then I went over for dinner to G Wine, one of my favourite places, and a ZeroHero venue. Join me now at Bloom and check it out for yourselves.
Hey, Dirk.
Good evening. How are
Mr.
you?
Bridget.
Yes,
And good evening, Giles.
Giles.
And Patricia. Love your flower shop. Thank you. It's absolutely amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Doing the bonding thing.
Look very nice together. And I love the sign. This is so pretty. Bloom. Blooming wonderful. It's a video. I'm a videographer.
Just very too long, just to show
Thank you so much.
Is this a video or a photo? How nice to see you. I have cacti and flowers.
Keep coming.
The Rotary International something or other.
And she did was
На лаптоп есть.
Tiro, ¿no? Ok. Eso por ahí. Este por aquí, a ver si sale bien. No, por ahí. Vale, un poquito por ahí. Apple. Un poquito de agua. ¿Verdad? Ping, ping, ping. Partido. Very good. La manzanita.
Thank you.
A la primera, ¿no?
Mocktail. When you think of car or motorbike insurance, think Linea Directa. When you most need your insurance company, Linea Directa are there for you. With tow trucks, courtesy car, mechanics, legal advice, even overnight stay in a hotel if you need it. There's a whole department dedicated to us Brits with people who speak English there to help us. If you're looking for an insurance policy that really takes all your needs into consideration whilst you're driving in Spain, then Linea Directa really is the company for you. Why don't you give them a call? 952 14 78 34 or contact them online.
Thank you.
ZeroHero, welcome to the sister restaurant.
ZeroHero, welcome to Sunday.
thanks to all the healthy collaborators I have on my programme, Good Morning Spain, I'm taking better care of myself. The lovely Linda Wooden, who is our wellness and travel editor, has suggested many different natural herbs, teas and things that I should take. And when I go to get them, I try to get down to Biovardi, which is in the shopping centre right by the Bullring, Centro Plaza. And I thought I would like to take you with me on this visit when I've gone to stock up on more stuff.
How are you?
Hi, Souad, how are you?
I'm very good. How you doing?
I'm really good.
Thank you.
As I said, I was missing Linda and I'm coming to see you.
Exactly, we miss her a lot.
Yes, we do. But this is where our lovely Linda Greenway comes to get all her natural potions and lotions.
Everything.
Yep, and that's where I come as well.
Vitamins, she gets her skincare, shampoos, deodorant,
Everything.
toothpaste, everything, makeup.
So, Souad, tell us a little bit about the philosophy of Biovardi.
Well, Biovardi, I'm a pharmacist, so I always look for the natural products to use for skin, for supplements without any colorants, conservator, or any additive that we don't need really, just the main ingredient. And I started Biovardi in 2012. So that was
wow, 13 years ago.
Yeah. And I opened the physical shop 10 years ago, nearly 10 years. So it's quite a lot.
So explain a little bit about the layout of the shop and all the different things you've got here, because I don't think many of us appreciate why or what natural products actually consist of.
So everything here is natural without any conservant or adulterants or additives that really we don't need. We don't need pink tablets, we need a tablet that works for us. So in Biovardi you can find supplements, high biodisponibility, high quality, and it's sort of everything we need on a daily basis. So, and then we have green teas, we have some ceremonial chocolate, and on the other side of the shop you can see we have all the organic skincare. That's our main specialization, let's say, no? It's all natural skincare shampoos without any ingredient like sulfate, toothpaste without fluoride, or deodorants without aluminium, and all the top ingredient, high quality, top organic skincare.
I have to stop you there.
Yeah.
What do you mean no fluoride in toothpaste? Surely we've been told that fluoride is good for us.
Yeah, but not in high dose. We get fluoride from everywhere. From the water we drink, if you drink the water, from the tape, and from the... So at some point is linked some... This is another subject I don't want to go in.
And aluminium in our...
Yeah, in our deodorant. So we need to avoid certain ingredients we don't need them. They basically don't need them. Fluoride it's okay, but we don't need it.
Interesting how things we take for granted and we don't look at the product content to know maybe whether they're...
It's like, for example, something simple. People who have eczema, have itchiness in the scalp and the body. Once they remove the sulfates, SLS, from the shampoo and shower gel, it's another story. Itchiness stops. It's just something to think about it. And it has to be sulfate-free, not the type of... Because you have different types. When it's sulfate-free, really no sulfates, the itchiness stops immediately. And I've seen it so much.
So there are issues that we can face that can be just because of the products we're using.
Exactly. So we can change it. And also these products are cruelty-free, vegan, most of them. But all they made in Europe, so we work only with top quality. And we see the results in our skin, so in our body. And also just if you want to be more aligned with nature and that's the main thing. So basically here in Biovardi also it's like personalized consultation. So people come here and they have a professional advice, any issues they have in the skin or in health or something. So I kind of help them as pharmacists I've been doing for more than 20 years now. So you will come if you need any help or advice, or you want to switch to organic, but organic with have quality. Organic that works, not just the word natural, that means nothing.
Okay, because obviously, again, it's reading those content labels, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And we want also quality. We want organic but with quality, and that works. And we want to see result, not just organic.
I like the fact that you're a pharmacist, so you know both sides and have opted for this side.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know that the pharmaceutical industry maybe isn't all we believe it to be.
The medicine, and it's great because it helps us to live longer. But this is some kind of philosophy that we want to put any more things on our skin, and we just want to go organic and use product that's suitable for us and aligned with our philosophy. So if you eat healthy and if you yoga and meditation, it would be nice if you use products with argan oil, not paraffina liquida, which is petrol derived. So for example.
Okay, so argan oil as opposed to petrol.
Yeah,
for example.
for example, or coconut oil, but not paraffina liquida or Vaseline, which is in the whole skincare. It exists there. So we want to switch to natural ingredients, not just artificial. That's nice. Gratitude.
So if somebody's not really into natural products, they can come here and you can basically just give them a quick lesson of what the basics would be. So from just now, shampoo, deodorant,
I would switch more
skincare,
the products we use daily,
dentist,
like shower gel, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, the things that we use every single day, and some skincare. But for example, the mask and everything we don't use every day. But we need to start thinking about what we put on our skin. 60% goes straight to the blood. We don't have the liver helping us to detoxify, so we need to reconsider how we live and not just put anything or something is trendy in TikTok or on Instagram and buying it online from, I don't know, from China or something. We don't know what is inside. We need to really be responsible what we put in our skin. We have the choice.
We do, and we have where to buy it here at Biovardi, in
Plaza.
Centro Commercial Plaza.
Yes.
Easy parking, and loads of other places to visit while you're here.
And the best view.
A fabulous view.
It's beautiful.
Let's go check out that view. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Souad.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And before we go, Souad's got a new surprise, new shop.
We're still missing a few items. We're coming because we ordered from Brazil and Peru.
So we go past Yanks. Oh my gosh! How cool! Oh, this is really cute.
So it's our second day. It's not finished yet, but we want to be the crystal shop of this area. So as you can see, you have all stones and rose quartz, white quartz, amethyst, pirita, abundance one here.
It's for abundance. Okay, let's get a good shot of this one for our viewers.
That's nice. It's all organic incense.
You must be mummy.
Mummy, yeah. Mummy. This is soaps and shower gels and shampoos. They all come from, you can find them in Zuma and all these posh places. Wow. And
Souad, congratulations
Thank you very much.
on this new venture.
Thanks.
Absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
We'll be in to visit you, won't we, guys?
Thank you very much.
ZeroHero, welcome here
at the Gaucho de Banus.
ZeroHero.
Welcome to Picú, Banus.
ZeroHero, welcome to RTV Marbella.
I am absolutely delighted to welcome back to Marbella Now none other than Jan Weima. He was the first person I met in representation of AAA Marbella. When I heard the name AAA Marbella, I thought it was a Alcoholics Anonymous type of setup. I really did. But then I met Jan and realised that Jan, together with his friends originally, somewhat 30 years ago, Jan, welcome to the programme.
34, yep.
34 years ago?
34 years ago.
34 years ago, started the Animal Rescue Centre in Marbella, AAA. And lovely to have you here. And innocent of all charges.
Innocent.
Phew. Look at both of us together. That was, what a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. How they say no good deed goes unpunished. I wish it wasn't true, but boy, it does seem so, doesn't it? I mean...
Yeah, it was well prepared by this gentleman. You know, we all believed he was a wonderful lawyer, animal lover. And
so he was, what, helping you out in the charity? How did it come about? What happened?
Well, it was introduced by one of the volunteers, you know, well-dressed Madrid man with his nice sort of hairstyle. And he says, I'm an animal lover and I come to help you. What can I do? And he got us into a mess. He got very friendly with the secretary then, and started to sort of gather information to try to sink the boat.
But why? I mean, it's just, I suppose you don't even know why these things... Why is a crooked letter?
Very good question. Very good question. Nobody has been able to say why. I have a theory that a lot of foreigners, you know, expats, go to AAA, Ucha, there's money, put money, and you will see money being put in, and this is a nice lucrative business. I want it.
Do you think so? It was like going to see how he could get involved and be more of a part of it?
He did not realise he was such a bad businessman. He saw the money coming in, but he didn't realise the cost to run the shelter, which was it's still astronomical.
I mean, it is astronomical, and the beautiful thing is I've seen the town hall since I've started interviewing you. Basically, each year's been like an extra 10 grand.
Yes,
they've actually increased.
We push.
But it's worth it. New installations.
Yeah.
The town hall support throughout the 9 years of allegations being taken to court, going through Seprona, which is the animal police in Spain.
Yeah.
And for me, the most savage part, I didn't spend a night in prison, but for me, the most savage part was the social media of the Seprona videos, and nationwide, not just Marbella, but the whole country talking about AAA for the first time nationwide, but in horror. No one appreciating what you've done. I mean, how does that feel to be so persecuted?
Terrible, absolutely terrible. If you permit me, I'm just going to say my little episode of the going into jail.
Yes, please.
I'm in front of the bars there, and I got Guardia Civil here with the guns, held me by the arms, going in, and I said, "Excuse me, gentlemen, I'm claustrophobic. I can't get in there." I recall my words, and I said, "Look, if I move 1 centimetre either way, the gun you got there, use it and blow my head. But I'm not going in there." Well, he was useless, wasn't it? They grabbed me by the arms, pushed me into this cell, which I never seen the cell before. I only saw it on film.
Was this in Malaga?
No, here in Marbella.
Okay, so...
And you know something? You kind of put into this jail, and you start to look around, and you can close the door soft, medium, or bang the door. And they banged the door so high, Nicole, I jumped the foot in the air. And I saw this colchon, this mat there, which all etched by what I don't know. And I heard one saying, "Yo, the guy who beat his wife was here before," thinking I was a foreigner, didn't speak Spanish. And you know, to be honest with you, you start to look around you, and you know, I saw little windows, all little windows, and I was looking. Would you believe it? I was looking for an escape route. I wanted to get out of there.
I can imagine.
And eventually, due to the pressure and everything, I had an asthma attack on top of it, which actually, and I laid on this couch there, a little hole in the end of in the cell there to do your necessities.
Like in the old days?
Yes. And I looked and I thought, Jan, what's happened here? Bettina in the cell next door crying, Michael the vet in the other cell saying, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And as I can continue with the story, when I finally, after endless hours, I was let out of the jail, I was brought downstairs, and I was being interviewed by a sergeant from the Seprona, very, very rude. To cut a long story short, he asked me all sort of questions, and he said, by the way, have you got a lawyer? I thought, oh, thanks God. They asked me, he's going to get me out of here. You know what? I give him the number, he goes away. 5 minutes later, he come back, he says, he's not your lawyer. He's the private accusation. He's accusing you.
So you didn't even realize that the guy...
No.
So, oh, my word!
You know something? I said, suave, tranquilo. Go and ring again because you got the wrong number. Somehow in my mind, I thought you got the wrong number.
You couldn't believe it?
No, I couldn't believe it. And Nicole, it was like a ton of bricks fell on top of my head. There I was with no shoelaces. Because
what did you do then?
I just broke down and I haven't been able to recover since then.
Did you think of how to get a lawyer? Did you manage to let you ring someone else?
I got a lawyer, state lawyer, because at the time I didn't have a lawyer.
Oh my gosh!
And this gentleman, but it's Antonio.
Talk about blindsided.
Peinado Manteca, that's his name, Mantequilla, and he went against all of us. And Bettina, as I said, the vice president, she was not in Spain at the time; she was in Germany. And they got Javi, Mr. Cat. Who doesn't know Javier? I
mean, I say all of you, we only know you from all the good work you do. AAA, always between the team, the board, the volunteers, the events to raise funds. Yeah. Everyone's involved. The town hall's involved. Everybody knew that there wasn't any truth. I mean, the frozen animals in the fridges...
Yes.
I mean, these have been brought in by the town hall, picking up. This is where they deposit them in the municipality at your place. Yeah. And so, as I say, smoke without fire, people say no. But this case is completely just...
Well, you know, it was barbaric when they actually put Bettina and me against the wall. There's a long corridor in the AAA, in the old AAA. And they started to take all the animals out of the fridge, you know, and I saw little puppy, you know, it was all like that. Oh, it was awful. It actually filmed all the dogs, and it was a I don't know, stalk or whatever. I don't know, but it was not all of them were dogs, so cats and dogs and this other creatures. It actually was terrible because when they put the video out, the spokesman for the Seprona in Malaga says they found 50 dead animals. Come on, sir.
I wonder why they wanted to make such a noise of it.
Friends with the Malaga Seprona. We came up. Why not? If you're going to denounce somebody, why don't you go to Malaga? To Marbella, I beg your pardon. Why did you go all the way to Malaga? But in Malaga was a companion, which obviously I can't name because he's a Guardia Civil, of this gentleman. and
he probably believed these personal stories because he was being involved, in the sense it's very easy to lead someone the wrong way when you trust them, and as you trusted him and thought he was going to get you out of this mess, and Ollie, he really wasn't.
I couldn't believe it.
He got you in the mess. How amazing, how scary it must have been for you all. How long were you in the cells?
You know something, Nicole? I lost track. I could have been 4 hours, 5 hours, but I could have been a day. I don't know, because you lose track of time, and you know, policemen were walking in the corridor talking, and you think to yourself, they're coming for me, and suddenly they go past. I mean, it is horrific.
Did speaking Spanish help you? I imagine it must have made some kind of difference to be able to understand what was going on around you.
To the contrary, they realised I spoke Spanish, and they didn't say much in front of me, which probably in front of a non-speaking, Spanish-speaking person they would have done. But for me, it was a line of events. For me, the jail was number one. The 9-month wait was horrific because, you know, you're sitting at home and your lawyer phones you and it says, Jan, da. Once you can run to the loo and talk in the loo, or you can go and hide yourself in the car. But my wife was mortified to hear all this going on. He says, my husband?
So worrying for everybody.
Oof, my daughter, my young daughter, you know.
We've all suffered, and we're not directly related, and yet I think the community, that knows you. I myself went through some horrors hearing people saying to me, oh, there's no, like smoke without fire, and I just wanted to slap them all. And like, how could you just jump on the bandwagon? But there was that much noise and press, which I think, again, goes to show if someone wants to promote an argument, a point of view, it's very easy to get a one-sided story out there.
Yeah, you see, people start to wonder about you, and you know, the first day I went down in a car park here in Centro Marbella, and the guy who was attending the car park said, "You are the one who killed dogs."
It couldn't be further from the truth. A lifetime, 34 years of and dedication, day, night, weekends. I mean, you have to have some contact with AAA to understand the scope of involvement from everybody.
And
it's heartbreaking.
There is an emotional sort of a stress up there. To be honest with you, now I'm approaching my 80th birthday. I don't know if it's to do with my age, but I have an emotional stress. I go to AAA and I see those little dogs by the bars looking at me like saying, please get me out of it. And I think to myself, you know something, the one who should be inside this cage is the one who abandoned you. You should be out of it. And it takes a little while. I start crying, I'm sorry. And I jump in my car and I drive
It's time
home.
for other people to take on the work that you've started. You need to rest. You need to just enjoy everything that Marbella has to offer. I mean, clean streets, no dogs scavenging in bins. I remember those days. I remember back in the day of going to different restaurants or going in the old town of Marbella. I mean, I've been coming since '65.
Cats next
you know,
to the table.
and it was different. So I mean, AAA has helped enormously in so many areas. It's wonderful that you have the town hall backing. You have your community's backing. And I was delighted to be able to write my column this week in the Euro Weekly.
Thank you very much, by the way.
Guilty of all, innocent of all charges.
Very, very good. Yeah. You know, the other thing, Nicole, which actually upset me, my line of the points, is the social media. The social media is great, but the social media can be very nasty. If I tell you, I got a stack, I've done photographs of the screenshots that you do, and what they've said about me, they should put you cement boots and throw you into the river with a key, and things about my family which I can't say in public. It's about...
People are very obnoxious when they're anonymous.
Oh, very bad. That affects me because reading it all the time.
If you have the names, it would be to send the verdict through to all those people. But is it worth the effort?
Is it worth the effort?
I think it's better just to say it's done.
It's done.
It's, and as I say, innocent of all charges, you, Bettina, the vet, and AAA is continuing with new volunteers, new people.
There's a great bunch of people there now. I don't know, I was there this morning trying to help with the water leaks and everything. It was a bunch of girls. I say to the men, go up to AAA on Saturday to help walking the dogs, because you're going to find the most lovely girls. And there's 80% you girls, Dia de la Mujer, this Women's Day. That was great. I'm a very, very sort of
But you've had a lot of romances have arisen from dog walking at AAA, haven't you? I mean, there's a lot of partners.
A lot of marriages.
Together, like-minded people. If you like dogs, then it's a great way to meet people, to be friends, and maybe a little bit more than friends.
So that the viewers know as well, AAA has been going for 34 years. We actually place 34,822 dogs and cats in various homes. Thank you, Germany. Thank you, Holland. Thank you, Belgium.
A lot of dogs go abroad, don't they?
You know something? This last year, 50% of the animals went to Northern European countries.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes.
Really, thank you so much.
Yes.
It is beautiful to see that, that hopefully it would seem in their countries there's not an issue, and they're reaching out to help animals, and I love the way. But then also for AAA, you might not realise, when the dog is adopted abroad, it's got to be all the jabs, all the paperwork, taken to the airport. I've taken dogs with me on a trip. That's an exercise in itself. The going, the putting, the cage, the tagging, the going down to customs, through customs, back there, waiting for them to have the things. I mean, it's amazing everything you guys do.
Germany in particular is very, very strict, very strict. So I'm glad to say that I contributed to actually place all those animals in nice homes. Some of them not with us us anymore. But we've got a great team adoption. I would say to the viewers, go into the AAA web page. You're going to find a lot of things. I'm sure you're going to find something you can do with this walk dogs, contribute in the events. By the way, talking about events, we were planning to do our open day last Sunday, but unfortunately, happened what happened. Next Sunday, the following Sunday, the 23rd of March, we've got an open day at AAA. We've got a flamenco show. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. And we're going to have a guided tour of their facilities. So we like to say, it's difficult for me, but let's put all this nightmare behind us. Let's start from zero and get back to AAA. Contribute with us because you contributed to the welfare of animals, which I adore.
Yes, and you've done a great job. We are immensely grateful and proud of you. You can feel well proud. Delighted everything is now over and sorted out on the 23rd of March.
Yeah.
I will be there with camera because I'd also like to check out the
Lovely.
new installations of AAA, but it's an open day. They're always fun. You're all welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jan.
Yeah. It's a great pleasure. Thank you.
You can watch recordings of Marbella Now from the RTV Marbella.tv website. You can also go along to my website, nicoleking.es. It has a link to the programme, also to the ZeroHero website, where you get an ever-increasing list of venues offering free soft drinks to designated drivers and lottery tickets to win amazing prizes when you spend over €20 in participating venues, and also a link to my column, Marbella Moments in the Euro Weekly News. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and please join me again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella right now.
You feel it's gonna